Hello, everyone. George is here, and welcome to a new episode of creating hypnotic exponential offers that helps your business scale at 10x and also help you to generate 100% profit. And today I'm going to uh, to talk about a very important thing that I'm seeing a lot on my messenger, and also it's happening with some of my clients, and I see it broadly in the industry. People who target you organically, and they want to push, and they want to sell you whatever they are selling. And also, not only they try to push, but also they try to attack you, to put you down in order to make that sale. So today I'm going to talk about the human experience, what it means, and how we can apply that in our business, and how we can make sure that whatever we are creating, it has a meaning, it has a good feeling, it creates a new belief, it creates a new emotion, a new way of thinking. It changed the way people interact on a daily basis. So we don't want just to sell commodities and products, because you can sell those once you create the right human experience. And also, I don't want to talk a lot about the customer experience, which is like almost the same if you understand how it works. But lots of people, they focus on the customer experience as the customer is equal to the dollar sign. And that is another issue that most people also, or most entrepreneurs, they go into. So focus on the human experience. We have to go back beyond the customer, beyond the dollar sign, beyond the commodity that we are selling, and beyond the product that we are selling. We want to make sure that the humans who are buying our products or buying our offers, they're getting more of like what the commodity of what the product itself will give them as an achievement, as something external. Because remember, your product, your offer, or everything that you are selling is just an extension of those human being. Like, you don't buy a product and it becomes you. It gives you a feeling. So when you buy a shirt, the shirt gives you a feeling. When you buy a purse, the purse gives you a feeling. When you buy a coaching or online training, it gives you a certain feeling. So basically, everything external, it's still external, but what it means to our feelings, what it means to the way we think, is what makes the whole experience. Most people, what they think if they push the product on their clients, that the product itself will change their lives. It doesn't happen like that. The product will not change anything unless you know how to create the right feeling with those people. Lots of people recently started to message me on Messenger, and they start to ask about my product, about my offer, and I go through through the conversation with them out of respect. But all of a sudden, you see, like, they start to attack you, start to diminish or put down the offer or the product that you are selling, or even the experience that you are creating for your community and for your client. And that is the worst way that you can sell, especially organically. I don't know where they are learning all those. It's supposed to be like one of those freaking gurus that is teaching that. They give you scripts, and they give you, like, this is how you should talk. It works, but it doesn't create the human experience. You can sell, but you don't create the right human experience. You can push commodities and force people to buy, but you cannot create the right experience with that. So you have to make sure that when you push a product, or when you want to sell, and when you want to expose your client to your message or to your product, that you are creating the right feeling, the right emotion, the right way of thinking. And those right means like a new thing. Because remember, when your client is under a problem, or they go in the circle of having a problem, they are kind of like mentally paralyzed. They cannot distinguish the right and wrong. They cannot figure out their path on their way. So they want to follow your path. They want to follow your coaching, no matter what you are selling. Even if you are selling clothing, you are coaching, you are training, you are giving information, you are selling knowledge. You are doing all of those because those are human nature. Those what create the experience, not your product, not your offer, not anything that you create external. So your offer and your product are just a stick. They are kind of extension to help you connect with those kind of community or human beings that you want to elevate the human experience that they have. So keep in mind that when you create a product, when you create an offer, that offer and that product is no more than a medium for you to communicate a value, and that value creates the right feeling, the right emotion, the right way of thinking, and they should be new, because when people they go in this circle of problems, they need a better position. They need to get outside that circle. They want to get to the position that they can create new results. So the desired situation they want, the new situation they want, is no more than a new belief, a new feeling, an elevated emotion, a new way of thinking. And that only happens when you create an experience based on knowledge, based on your coaching, based on sharing your story, based on sharing your blueprints. This is what creates a really strong experience versus just selling and pushing your own product. So if you're getting those messages on Messenger, like, be bold with those people, because at some point they need someone to wake them up. So I started basically to slam them with a couple nice words, so at least like for them to wake up, that attacking or putting the other down, no matter like if the other is doing right or wrong, there is no right and wrong. It all depends on our level of awareness. Even when your client is experiencing a problem, you cannot say they don't know or they're doing something wrong. That doesn't happen like that, because depends on their level of awareness. They see things totally differently from the way you see things at your level of awareness. So when you have a problem, you have a different situation, you have a different status, you have a different level of awareness. And when you don't have the problem, and when you offer something that create a good experience for your clients, you are at a very different level of awareness. So like, don't judge people based on what they're doing. Try to help, try to elevate the way they think, try to give them a medium through your offer that could change the way they believe, the way they feel, the way they think, so they can cross that river of uncertainty like very fast. So basically, when a client comes to you to buy a shirt, they don't want the shirt itself. They want your medium, like the shirt in this like in this example, to give them a new feeling, to give them a new desired situation, to give them a new situation in their lives. So the shirt is no more than a medium. Nobody buys the shirt just for the sake of the shirt, to stick that shirt on the shelf. It doesn't work like that. So everything that you do, it gives you a story. It gives you that kind of feeling. So going back to the customer, when you talk about the customer experience or the X experience or whatever, like people see X experience, people call all those confusing wording sometimes. Don't look at your customer as a dollar sign. Don't look at your customer just like equal to such amount of money. Your customer worth more than that, because when you elevate, when you know how to add or help them create that kind of experience, because at the end you cannot create the experience. They have to agree with you to create the experience for themselves with your help, with your medium. This is how it works. If you're selling coaching, training, online courses, shoes, ice cream, you are selling cars, this is how it works. So you help them with your medium, you help them with your stories, and they have to decide. They have to self-identify themselves in this realm of creating the new experience. So with that being said, like, I want to share like something super important today with you, and that summarized a little bit like how our life goes. So you need to figure out, or you need to think that your life, it goes into stages, into blocks, and it doesn't go just like straightforward from the day like you are born to the day that you achieve whatever you achieve like at your 80s, 90s, or maybe 120s. So you need to understand that your experience that you've got when you were a child, when you were like at school, when you were young, is totally different experience that you get when you start experiencing the life itself. And that ascending, it's pretty important, because like you need to look at your customer, you need to look at the human that you are serving in your community, in the same way. Because when they come to you, like consider your client, when they come to you, as someone who's experiencing something like so tough, it is equal to a small kid who didn't experience something and that life, and they struggle. So you want to talk and you want to share stories and experiences based on that level of awareness. So basically, like talking to someone in a problem, on like to someone who goes in that circle of problems, is not the same of someone who experiencing wealth, who is experiencing health, who experiencing success. So what happens at like early stage of our life, like the first stage of our life, like from childhood until like we get like the first kind of job, or even the job that we go through like in our life, like we have different experiencing as a human being, and we have to pay attention that our customers, the other people in our community, they have such like kind of experiences. So you need to ascend people when you create your sales funnel, when you create your system, when you create your hypnotic exponential offer. You need to ascend people in that in those levels of awareness. So people like who are experiencing like troubles with their income, with their self-employment, with their debt, with their salaries, people, they start to experiencing those because they go flat in life. They go and they say, well, like this is what I'm getting, this is what I believe, like this is my worth, this is my value. So your job, that you need to ascend those people in those levels of awareness, and you need to give them a whole experience. Some people, they focus only on their job. Some people only focus on a business, owning a business. Some people, they need to build like more wealth. Some people, they need just like to transform the way they live, the way they believe, the way they experience everything in life. People come to you with different experiences or different needs of those kind of experiences, and you need to be aware of that, because sometimes you need to expose the whole story to them so they decide where they fit. And sometimes they say like, this is where I fit, or this is where I fit, and that's like good enough for me. So the idea of the human experience goes beyond the product or the commodity that you are pushing, you are selling, as a medium of communication, as a medium of leveling up the human experience. So like keep that in mind, bear that in mind. And I see a comment from Al Shalawi. It's talking about the sales or the experience should not be salesy. So again, like this is like super true, because at the end, like if you have the right offer, if you have the right experience, if you have the right medium to expose or to help your client elevate this kind of experience they are having, you don't need to push. You don't need to have those kind of crazy scripts. You don't need to have the tricks and tips. You don't need to attack people on their messengers. You don't need to do all those crazy things. So if you are learning sales from someone, and that someone is telling you like, follow the script because it closes more people, or follow this tips or tricks, or call and do it this way, make sure like those people, they don't know what they're doing. You are going to just like waste your time and your money, because at the end, if it works, it's going to be very stressful for you. Like it's like cold calling. Like they give them like all kinds of scripts to trick people and to push people to buy, even though like people sometimes they need those kind of offers, but the experience is not the experience they want. Because once you raise that level of stress, it's not fun. Like nobody wants to be stressful all day, or nobody wants to pick up the phone to find someone who's going to push them or stress them or be salesy with them to to push them to buy this kind of product. So this is what I want to share today with you, because if you have a medium, if you have the right offer, if you have a product, if you have anything that you want to sell, don't push it and don't stress out people. Acknowledge what they are doing, and don't think that you are always right, because in their level of awareness, you may not be the right person. You may not have the right medium. So make sure that you elevate this kind of experience later on. They know that through you, through your medium, through everything that you are creating, they can cross, and they can cross that river of uncertainty, and they can reach more desirable situation, more desirable goals in their life or in their business or in their families. So this is what I wanted to share with you today, like focus on the human experience. But I'd like also to get your feedback on that in your business. First, are you getting like those kind of pushy messages in emails or on Messenger or on a chat? If you're getting those comments, like who are doing those, what is your experience? And also go back and tell them like, this is not the right way I want to communicate with you. So people who don't have the right value, they push. People who don't know how to create the right value, they become salesy. They push people to be stressful more than they push people or to help people to become like better version of themselves, to become having a new belief, to become having a new kind of experience that put them in a better situation in their life, in their business, in their everything that they are doing. With that being said, thank you so much, and I will see you tomorrow. But in the meantime, I'd like to get your feedback on this episode, on all the other episodes. If you have any idea, if you need to like to talk about a certain topic, I'll be happy to cover that. And with that being said, I will see you tomorrow, and thank you so much.